Hi guys, today we're going to make easy dish called sabudana khichdi. So this is what sabudana looks like. So to make this dish, first you need the ingredients, which are potato cut in this size. So I've taken about two medium sized potatoes, and this is a peanut powder. So what you have to do is take some peanuts, roast them on low to medium flame until they are golden brown, cool them down, and then grind them like this into fine powder. And you need jeera, you need hing, you need salt, and you need some green chilies or red chili powder if you wish so. And this is sabudana, so you can't directly make this. So this is sabudana and this is how it looks. So what I've done is I've taken 2 cups of sabudana and I've soaked it for 4 hours in water. I've washed it nicely and soaked it in water, and this is exactly how it looks after it is soaked in water. As you can see, it's soft. So this is how it should be. So for best results, soak them for 4 hours. And as I said, you could use chopped green chilies or red chili powder, and the curry leaves is an optional. If you don't eat curry leaves, you can always skip it. So now I've taken about 4 to 5 tablespoons of oil, and I've added my hing here, which I'm going to add some jeera, good amounts of jeera, about 2 teaspoons of jeera. And now once the jeera sputters like this, I'm going to add my potatoes in there. There you go. So as you can see, my potatoes are nicely chopped, finely chopped. So we don't have to overcook the potatoes here. We need to make them crunchier and cooked. That's all. Don't put your potatoes where they become mashy. That's going to ruin the recipe. Give it a good mix. I'm going to let the potato cook. I'm going to add some salt to this. As I always said, when you add a little salt to your veggies, they cook quicker and they cook evenly. So give it a good mix once the salt is completely coated the potatoes. And now on medium flame, low to medium flame, I'm going to cover my potatoes and let them cook for over a minute and a half. Now after 5 minutes of letting the potato cook, I've added my green chilies and my curry leaves, and we're going to give it a mix now. And then I'm going to have a check if my potato is cooked. No, it needs to be cooked, so I'm going to cover it again. A plate or a lid so that it cooks evenly. Now as you can see, my potato is nicely cooked, nice and crunchy. Now coming to sabudana. Now at this stage, you have to drain all the water. And now I'm going to add about 2 to 3 teaspoons of salt in sabudana and give it a good mix. So we don't usually add salt in the potato, and in sabudana we add it like this so that the salt is nicely mixed with both the vegetables. And now we're going to add the sabudana to the potato like this. And then give it a good mix. There you go. Be careful that you don't mash up the sabudana or the potatoes here, because both are nicely soaked. One is nicely soaked and one is nicely cooked. So there are chances of them getting mashed up, but try not to mash it up. So gently mix it and give all the ingredients a good mix. As you can see, all my potatoes, the curry leaves, the green chilies and the sabudana that we just added are nicely mixed. And now I'm going to close the lid and let the sabudana cook with the spices. Now after 1 minute of cooking the sabudana, I've added my peanut powder in here. There's a small tip here. When you mix salt with sabudana, in the same process you can also mix your peanut powder, give it a good mix, and then add the sabudana like that into the potato fry here. I usually follow this process, but if you are a beginner, you can always mix sabudana, the peanut powder and salt, give it a good mix, and then directly add it to the potatoes cooked. Now it's okay if your sabudana is sticking to the edges of your kadai or your dish whatsoever. If you're using a non-stick pan or a non-stick tawa or anything, it's okay. That's the nature of sabudana. It is a little sticky. And as I've used 2 cups of sabudana here, I've about used 1.5 cups of peanuts, nicely roasted. Now, to avoid the stickiness as much as we can, I'm adding a nice good 2 tablespoons of ghee here. So what ghee does is, it first gives a good flavor, and secondly, it doesn't let the sabudana stick so much. So give it a good gentle mix. Always be gentle while mixing sabudana because it's a very delicate dal here. So that's it. So I'm just finished covering. Make sure you cover all your sabudana with the peanut powder. As you can still see, there's some white coming out there. There it is, and it's absolutely done. So I'm going to let my sabudana cook again for about minute and a half, and add little more ghee if you wish like, and just cover it open like this. Don't close the lid, cover it, do it an open cook.